The first 5 minutes after you wake up could add 10 extra years to your life. What if I told you the first 5 minutes after opening your eyes each morning could decide whether you live another 5, 10, or even 30 years longer? Not because of luck, but because of science. It sounds unbelievable, I know. But here's the truth most seniors never hear. Your morning routine might be quietly aging you every single day, or helping your body regenerate itself before breakfast. In fact, researchers now call the first 300 seconds after waking the golden window. Why? Because during that brief time, your body goes through the most dramatic physiological transition of the entire day, from rest to survival mode. And yet, 99% of older adults don't realize their habits in those few minutes can make or break their energy, balance, and brain health for decades to come. By the time this video ends, thousands of people over 55 will have experienced dizziness, blood pressure drops, or that frustrating brain fog, simply because they skipped one simple step in their morning sequence. But here's the good news. Scientists have now confirmed a set of 8 powerful micro-habits that can reverse that damage, protect your brain cells, and slow the biological clock, naturally. And you don't need fancy supplements or extreme workouts. You just need to do them in the right order. A groundbreaking discovery. A 2023 analysis published in The Lancet Healthy Longevity tracked over 12,000 adults between 55 and 80. The results were astonishing. Those who followed a consistent, well-structured morning routine reduced their risk of death by 29%, even when diet, medications, and income were controlled for. That means the timing of your actions each morning can matter as much as the actions themselves. So today, you'll learn the step-by-step morning formula that supports circulation, brain sharpness, and emotional balance, so you can feel younger, steadier, and more focused before your first cup of coffee. And here's a little warning. Step number 3 is the one most people mess up. It's not what you think, but fixing it could literally reverse years of brain aging. Before we begin, let me ask. When you first wake up, what's the very first sensation you notice? Is it stiffness in your back? A dizzy feeling when you sit up? Or that fog that makes your mornings feel slow and heavy? Tell me in the comments. My team and I read every single one, and we'll give you personalized advice to help. Now let's dive into the first life-changing step. Wake up without sitting up. This might sound small, but it could be one of the most important 5 seconds of your day. When your eyes first open, your heart rate, blood pressure, and inner balance sensors are still in night mode. If you sit up too quickly, your circulation can't catch up. That's why so many seniors feel dizzy or lose balance first thing in the morning. It's not just getting older. It's your body saying, "Please, give me a moment to recalibrate." A 2021 study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who spent just 30 to 60 seconds lying still before sitting up had 41% fewer episodes of morning lightheadedness or blood pressure crashes. Here's exactly what to do. Stay on your back for a few moments when you wake. Wiggle your fingers and toes. This gently signals blood flow to your extremities. Blink several times to let your brain adjust to light. Stretch your arms overhead, slowly. Don't do it to wake up, do it to communicate with your nervous system. Take 5 deep breaths, counting to 30 before rolling to your side. Only then, push up to sit, gently. Think of it like warming up your car before driving. You're preparing your heart and brain to start the day safely. If you practice this for just 1 week, you'll notice it. No more dizzy spells, fewer balance issues, and a clear, grounded feeling when you first stand. It's such a small moment, but neurologically, it's the start of your daily reset button. And once you master it, your body will begin every morning in calm alignment, not chaos. Reset your mouth chemistry before swallowing anything. Now that you're sitting up safely, the next step happens inside your mouth, the place where your entire digestive and immune system begins. Most people think the first thing they should put in their mouth is coffee, water, or medication. But here's the hidden truth. While you sleep, your mouth becomes a small ecosystem, full of bacteria, acid, and leftover food particles. If you drink or swallow anything right away, you're sending that bacterial soup directly into your gut and bloodstream. And for older adults, that means extra inflammation, the kind that raises your risk for heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. A 2022 study published in Oral Diseases found that poor morning oral hygiene was associated with a 24% higher level of systemic inflammation markers, including those linked to Alzheimer's disease. So before you drink or eat anything, do this simple, oral reset. Oil pulling, 30 seconds. Use 1 tablespoon of organic coconut or sesame oil. Swish it slowly around your mouth, like mouthwash. Don't gargle or do it too forcefully. Spit into a tissue, not the sink. This step removes toxic buildup safely. Scrape your tongue. Use a tongue scraper or even the back of a spoon to gently remove the white film that accumulates overnight. Rinse and brush. Only after this should you rinse with warm water and brush your teeth. This 90-second ritual protects your mouth's microbiome, the colony of bacteria that keeps your gums, digestion, and brain health in sync. Do it daily, and within a week, you'll notice fresher breath, less bloating after meals, clearer taste sensitivity, even a lighter, more energetic feeling. It's one of the simplest anti-aging tricks that almost no one over 60 is using. Next up, we'll tackle something that might shock your doctor, because it's the opposite of what most seniors do first thing in the morning. The hidden morning mistake that drains seniors' energy before 8 a.m. Delay your coffee and activate your joints instead. If you're like most people, the first thing you do after brushing your teeth is reach for that comforting cup of coffee. But here's the catch, especially if you're over 55. That early caffeine jolt may feel like it's waking you up, but in reality, it's hijacking your body's natural rhythm and putting stress on your adrenal system before it's ready to perform. Let's unpack why this matters. When you first wake up, your body's cortisol level, often called the energy hormone, naturally spikes. It's your built-in biological coffee. But if you add caffeine too early, it interferes with that natural spike, leading to energy crashes later in the morning. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine revealed that adults who drank coffee within 15 minutes of waking disrupted their body's cortisol rhythm in 68% of cases, resulting in sluggishness and reduced focus by late morning. So what should you do instead? Before coffee, your body needs one thing more than caffeine: movement. But not cardio. Not even stretching in the traditional sense. What your body needs in those first 15 minutes is joint activation, a series of gentle, deliberate movements that wake up your joints, lubricate connective tissue, and kickstart your circulation naturally. Think of it as turning on your body's ignition switch, safely and smoothly. Here's the simple 5-move joint activation routine to do right after your oral reset. Ankle rolls. Sit on the edge of your bed. Lift one foot and rotate the ankle slowly, 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. Switch sides. Right pointing arrow purpose. This restores blood flow and reduces stiffness in the legs, preventing falls or cramps. Knee circles. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Place hands on your knees and rotate them slowly in small circles, 10 times each direction. Right pointing arrow purpose. Keeps your joints lubricated with synovial fluid, your body's natural joint oil. Hip openers. Stand tall, lift one knee as if marching, and gently rotate the leg outward in a circular motion. Do this 5 to 8 times per leg. Right pointing arrow purpose. Improves hip flexibility, posture, and circulation to lower back muscles. Shoulder rolls. Bring your shoulders up toward your ears, hold for 2 seconds, then roll them back and down. Repeat 10 times. Right pointing arrow purpose. Reduces tension in the neck and upper spine, which often causes morning headaches. Neck tilts. Slowly tilt your head side to side, then forward and back. Hold each position for a count of 2. Right pointing arrow purpose. Activates blood flow to the brainstem, the control center for balance and coordination. This 3 to 5 minute ritual might seem small, but it's incredibly powerful. You're priming every part of your body for movement before loading it with stimulants. After about 30 to 45 minutes, your body will be fully awake, and that's the perfect time for your morning coffee, when caffeine enhances your energy rather than replaces it. And here's something most seniors notice within the first week. Their knees don't crackle as much. Their morning brain fog lifts faster. Their coffee feels smoother, without the jitters or crash. Once you've activated your joints, your next step is to connect with something even more fundamental, your sense of balance. And for that, we're going straight to your feet. Ground your bare feet and reset your inner compass. When was the last time you stood barefoot on the floor, really feeling the ground beneath you? It might sound odd, but this simple act can rewire your balance, improve focus, and even sharpen your memory. Here's why. Your feet are packed with over 7,000 nerve endings, all sending information to your brain about posture, gravity, and orientation. Over time, shoes, slippers, and thick socks dull that connection, weakening what's known as your vestibular feedback system, your brain's built-in GPS for movement and stability. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that seniors who practiced 5 minutes of barefoot grounding every morning on a firm surface improved their balance and spatial awareness by 21% in just 3 weeks. And it's not just about balance. Grounding also influences your nervous system. Direct contact with the earth, or even a hardwood floor, helps regulate your body's electrical charge, calming stress hormones like cortisol and stabilizing your heart rhythm. Here's exactly how to do it. Stand barefoot, ideally on natural ground like grass, stone, or soil. If that's not possible, a hardwood or tile floor works. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel your weight shift gently from heels to toes, then side to side. Pay attention to the pressure under your feet. Notice how your brain maps that contact. Breathe deeply for 1 minute, inhaling through your nose, exhaling slowly through your mouth. This tiny ritual helps reset your inner compass, reestablishing your balance and grounding your nervous system. Over time, you may notice fewer stumbles or balance issues, improved mood stability, sharper reaction times, and best of all, you'll start to feel something powerful, a calm alertness that tells your brain and body, I'm steady, I'm safe, I'm ready. Feed your brain before your stomach. Now that your body's circulation and balance are awake, it's time to wake up your brain. But this doesn't start with breakfast. It starts with hydration and nutrition at the cellular level. While you sleep, you lose nearly 1 liter of water through breathing and sweating. This mild dehydration can shrink your brain slightly, slowing down neural communication and reaction speed. A 2021 study in Nutrients showed that older adults who drank 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water right after waking scored 23% higher on memory and focus tests just 20 minutes later. So step 1. Drink water. Step 2. Add nutrients your brain actually uses. Here's the perfect brain-fueling recipe. 1 glass of warm water, not cold. Warmth helps digestion. Add 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan or sea salt. Squeeze half a lemon for natural electrolytes and antioxidants. Optional. Add a few drops of pure honey if you need gentle energy. Then, eat a few bites of fruit, banana slices, blueberries, or apple. Just enough to give your neurons a touch of natural glucose. Why not skip it and wait for breakfast? Because your brain needs fuel before your stomach does. This combination rehydrates the cells, balances electrolytes, and stabilizes cortisol, your stress response hormone. Within minutes, you'll notice steadier hands, clearer thinking, and a calm, focused alertness that no caffeine can match. It's like rebooting your mental operating system for the day ahead. Now that your brain is nourished and alert, we're ready to tackle the step most people are doing wrong. And it could be the reason your mind feels slower than it used to. Feed your brain before your stomach. Now that your body's circulation and balance are awake, it's time to wake up your brain. But this doesn't start with breakfast. It starts with hydration and nutrition at the cellular level. While you sleep, you lose nearly 1 liter of water through breathing and sweating. This mild dehydration can shrink your brain slightly, slowing down neural communication and reaction speed. A 2021 study in nutrients showed that older adults who drank 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water right after waking scored 23% higher on memory and focus tests just 20 minutes later. So step 1. Drink water. Step 2. Add nutrients your brain actually uses. Here's the perfect brain-fueling recipe. 1 glass of warm water, not cold. Warmth helps digestion. Add 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan or sea salt. Squeeze half a lemon for natural electrolytes and antioxidants. Optional. Add a few drops of pure honey if you need gentle energy. Then, eat a few bites of fruit, banana slices, blueberries, or apple. Just enough to give your neurons a touch of natural glucose. Why not skip it and wait for breakfast? Because your brain needs fuel before your stomach does. This combination rehydrates the cells, balances electrolytes, and stabilizes cortisol, your stress response hormone. Within minutes, you'll notice steadier hands, clearer thinking, and a calm, focused alertness that no caffeine can match. It's like rebooting your mental operating system for the day ahead. Now that your brain is nourished and alert, we're ready to tackle the step most people are doing wrong. And it could be the reason your mind feels slower than it used to. How to wake up your aging brain in just 3 minutes. Stimulate your brain before you relax it. Most morning routines you see online begin with calm, deep breathing, quiet meditation, gentle stretches. And while those habits are great, they miss one essential truth. Your brain actually needs stimulation first, especially as you age. Why? Because after 60, your brain's reticular activating system, the circuit that controls alertness and attention, becomes slower to respond. If you don't activate it early, your cognitive speed can lag for the rest of the day, no matter how many vitamins you take or how much coffee you drink. A 2023 meta-study in Neuroscience Biobehavioral Reviews found that seniors who practiced active brain stimulation within 30 minutes of waking improved memory recall, reaction time, and focus by up to 32%. But here's where many people go wrong. They reach for their phone. Scrolling social media might feel stimulating, but it's actually passive dopamine stimulation. A quick spike followed by a crash that dulls focus within an hour. Instead, your brain craves active challenges, short bursts of engagement that force it to turn on multiple regions at once. Here are 3 powerful ways to activate your brain before you relax it. 1. Read out loud, not silently. Pick any article, poem, or even your to-do list, and read it aloud for 2 to 3 minutes. Reading out loud lights up the frontal, temporal, and motor areas of your brain simultaneously, the same regions that control speech, focus, and short-term memory. Think of it as cardio for your neurons. You'll notice that after a few days, names, appointments, and little details begin to stick again. 2. Memory recall game. While brushing your hair or making the bed, challenge yourself to remember 5 friends you haven't spoken to in a while, or 5 favorite songs from high school. This exercise activates your hippocampus, the part of the brain most vulnerable to aging. Neuroscientists at UCLA call this the neural spark effect. Each time you recall memories on purpose, you strengthen the brain's electrical circuits for focus and attention. 3. Mental math or puzzles. Before checking emails or turning on the TV, spend 3 minutes doing simple math in your head or using a brain game app. No need for complexity. Even solving 17 plus 26 minus 9 inches keeps your prefrontal cortex sharp. It's not about the answer, it's about the activation. Within just a week of doing these micro-brain challenges, many older adults report that their thoughts feel quicker. They remember words mid-conversation more easily. They feel awake long before their coffee kicks in. And here's the best part. Once your brain is active, then it's the perfect time to move into calming routines like deep breathing or meditation. Because by stimulating first and relaxing second, you're retraining your nervous system to be both alert and balanced, the secret combination for longevity and mental resilience. So now that your brain is fully online, it's time to anchor that alertness into your body's most natural clock, light and breath. Sync your breath with light. This next step might sound simple, but it's one of the most science-backed habits for stabilizing your energy, mood, and hormones, and it works faster than most people think. Every cell in your body follows a rhythm, your circadian rhythm, which controls everything from digestion to blood pressure to immune response. The fastest way to reset that rhythm each morning is by combining natural light with conscious breathing. A 2022 study published in Chronobiology International found that adults who practiced light exposure with guided breathing within the first 30 minutes of waking experienced a 31% improvement in mood and focus within 2 weeks. Here's how to do it properly. Face the morning light. Step outside or stand near a window. You don't need to look at the sun. Just face the direction of the light. Your eyes contain special cells called melanopsin receptors. These detect natural blue light and send signals to your brain's hypothalamus, telling it, it's time to wake up. Breathe intentionally. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale gently through your mouth for 6. Repeat 6 to 10 times while keeping your gaze relaxed toward the light. Feel the change. Within a minute, you'll sense your chest open and your heartbeat steady. You're not just breathing. You're syncing your nervous system with the planet's daily rhythm. This practice strengthens your vagus nerve, the body's natural, calm switch, helping regulate digestion, heart rate, and emotional control. And here's something fascinating. When paired with morning light, your body releases serotonin, the feel-good hormone that later converts to melatonin, the sleep hormone. So by breathing with light now, you're not just improving your morning mood. You're already setting up your night's sleep. Within 2 weeks, most people notice brighter energy in the morning, fewer afternoon slumps, deeper, more restorative sleep at night. And it all starts with a few minutes of mindful breath by the window. Speak one purposeful sentence aloud. This final step might feel unusual, but it's the glue that holds the whole routine together. When you wake up, your brain is still transitioning from theta wave activity, a dreamy, suggestible state that psychologists call the subconscious gateway. What you think or say in this brief window can shape your mindset for the entire day. A 2020 study in psychology and aging found that seniors who practiced verbal intention setting each morning, simply speaking a meaningful sentence aloud, showed improvements in focus, confidence, and mood after just 6 weeks. The key? Keep it short, clear, and emotionally true. Here are examples that work powerfully. Today, I will move my body with gratitude. I'm strong, calm, and ready for what's next. My best years didn't end, they're still unfolding. It's not about positive thinking. It's about setting a neurological cue, activating your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that manages planning, emotion, and self-control. Over time, that one sentence becomes your anchor, a simple phrase that steadies you on difficult days and sharpens your purpose on good ones. And when you combine it with breath and light, it amplifies your emotional resilience, which, according to Harvard's 2023 Healthy Aging Project, is one of the top predictors of long-term survival and recovery from illness. So now you've learned the complete 8-step morning formula, a routine that rewires your energy, balance, and focus without any medication or expensive gadgets. Let's recap quickly before we close. Don't sit up right away. Let your circulation catch up. Reset your mouth chemistry. Clean before swallowing anything. Move before coffee. Activate joints first. Ground barefoot. Reconnect your balance. Hydrate smart. Water plus salt plus lemon equals brain fuel. Challenge your mind. Wake up your brain, not your phone. Sync breath with light. Regulate energy and hormones. Speak purposefully. Program your day for clarity. Do even half of these steps for a week, and your mornings will feel completely different, lighter, steadier, sharper. Because the truth is, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It just means your body and brain need a little more sequence and care. And tomorrow morning, you'll have the blueprint to do exactly that. Now, I want to hear from you. Which step will you start with first? Comment below. My team and I personally reply with tailored tips for your health and lifestyle. And remember, your future isn't built in decades. It's built in the first 5 minutes of every morning.